The Winner Win podcast. It's your boy Loso 2.0. And today we're going to do a little bit of research about the biology of animals. Now, before we get started with everything, please feel free to like this video, subscribe to the Winner Win channel, share it. If you're listening to this on any type of podcast platform, leave a 5-star review and leave a review below so I can figure out how I can better serve you. Now, we talked about how reading the world's encyclopedia of animals, we found out how there are 5 kingdoms to an animal, right? 5 kingdoms. There's the animal, plant, fungi, protists, and monerans. All right. Now, I'm not going to get too deep into plants because we know what makes a plant. They use photosynthesis or whatever. Fungi usually are invisible organisms that have tiny fibers, a group of tiny fibers that run through soil and stuff like that. But we are going to talk about animals, okay? Because that's what we are, right? At the end of the day, that's what we are as human beings. We are animals too. Now, first thing I want to speak about animals are one thing you got to learn that makes an animal is that they are active feeders, or called heterotrophs, which means they're always eating, and they eat in different ways, right? Remember, the law of vibration, nothing rests. Everything is either moving forward or it's moving backwards. It can't stay still, because if you're staying still, you're moving backwards, right? Animals are active feeders in that way because they are constantly eating, right? You're always trying to eat. You need to look at your goals like this too as well. You have to eat today. You can't sit back and wait for the meal to be there. You have to go out there and get it. And the thing about animals is they travel in different ways. Some may swim, some may fly, some crawl, some run. There's different ways that some might fly. You have to find your way to get your food, right? That's the reason why animals are created different ways. Animals are created different ways in order to get their food, for them to travel, move from one point to point A to point B, right? You have to constantly move. That's what makes you an animal. That's what makes you even anything on this earth. Remember, on a molecular level, even solids are always vibrating, right? That's what makes it that way, is because you have to move. You have to eat. You have to move. You have not gotten up today yet and started your day, did your morning routine, whatever you got to get done. If you have not done, you need to get up right now. You need to get it done. Animals are active feeders. They're always eating and they're always moving. No matter how you're moving, you have to always keep moving, keep running, keep going, right? Now, besides sponges, because sponges are animals' bodies are all organized along the same lines. They eat, it comes out the anus or whatever, right? And they defecate or they urinate, whatever it is, right? If we're all built the same, and it's funny because it actually reminds me of what my mentor was saying when he was talking to one of his students. They were saying that they wanted to, start and they wanted to play, right? And he was like, yeah, we all do the same thing, we can all dribble, we can all shoot, we're point guards, da. And he was like, okay, listen to what you're saying. Y'all do the same thing. You shoot, some are taller, but y'all do the same thing. So someone might be senior, someone might be stronger, someone might be taller. Why would they go with you then? What will make you stand out from the rest of them? The only thing that will make you stand out from the rest of them is you being extraordinary. You doing something different than what they do. As animals, if we all are built the same, the anatomy is all the same. As humans, if the anatomy is all the same, we all get the same 24 hours. Why does Elon Musk make billions of dollars and there are homeless people out here? It's here. This what makes us different. We had a will, right? We were created with a will. That will was created when Adam bit that apple, right? When he bit that apple, it allowed us to see things just as gods do. And that's what made us a god. He created us that will so that you can tell someone to do something, but it doesn't mean they have to do it. That old saying, right? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. It's the same concept. We're all built the same, yes, but we don't all do the same things because of the fact that we all have a different will. We all have a different will, and that's what separates us, regardless of if we look the same. Same thing with twins. The twins may be identical, but there's something that makes them different. Maybe it's the mindset. Maybe it's something else that makes them stand out from the other one. Okay? So we were talking about animals, right? So we're talking about the 5 kingdoms. There's animal, plant, fungi, protists, minerans, or whatever. We're not talking about them. We're talking about animals because humans are animals, right? Some couple things you need to know about animals. Few things, right? Animals are active feeders. They're always eating. Law of vibration. Nothing rests. Everything is either moving forward or backwards. It's always moving. So if you're actively eating, you have to eat. You have to wake up this morning, you have to eat. You have to eat. You have to find ways to get towards your goals every single day actively, right? It doesn't matter how you do it because animals travel in different ways. Some swim, some fly, some run, some walk. No matter how it is, you have to keep moving today. You have to keep moving, find a way to get your food. In this case, we mean your goals. Go get your goals, right? And then the third thing about animals you should know is that besides sponges, all animals are built the same. We all are the same. Humans, we are all the same. We all have the same 24 hours. So what's going to make you stand out? It's going to be your mindset. It's going to be your stamina. It's going to be you being hungry. You have to be more hungry than the other person. That's the only way that it can happen. Okay? And it says, like I said, the blood carries food and oxygen, which reacts to the sugar from the food to help animals survive, right? So you have to eat. You have to eat to survive, right? But in a mindset type of way, right? You have to go chase your goals in order to survive. There's no way that you can't live a productive and a satisfying life without chasing your goals each and every day. There's just no way. There's no way you're just gonna wake up and love your life just off of the strength. No, you have to go and you have to go get it. That's the only way that you're going to love your life. That's the only way you're going to be satisfied with your life. That's the only way you're going to be happy and have true prosperity in your life. And it says animals are more aware of their surroundings than the other. And they respond to them differently because of their nervous system. Environment again, right? No matter how you look at it, your environment. Now, I seen a little short today, right? And they were talking about this. She said, if there's a plant right there, right? So there's a plant over there. The roses are over there that, I got my wife for Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, by the way. Let's say those roses, right? If they're not growing, who do you blame? Who do you blame? The roses or the environment? What's the first thing you do? Or the first thing you're going to do is go look at the roses and be like, okay, cool, let me do my research. Let me dissect this rose to see if it's working. Or is this first thing you're going to do is check the soil, check if it has enough water, check if it has enough sunlight, natural sunlight. You're going to go check that stuff, right? Because the environment is what matters, right? And it's how we respond to our environment. So the thing is this, if you're doing terrible, yes, it is you, right? Yes. But are you placing yourself in the right environment to succeed? Are you? That's something that's really some food for thought right there. So that's a couple things I want to talk to you guys about an animal. What makes an animal, right? Now, before, I don't know if this thing, some housekeeping things, like I said, like this video, share it, subscribe to Winter channel. I want you to comment below, right? Something that you learned about animals. Right? It's so exciting reading that encyclopedia, I'm not gonna lie. And I want you guys, like I said, if this is any type of podcast platform, leave a 5-star review, leave a review below so I can figure out how I can better serve you. Keep killing the day. Winners win, losers lose, and you pray for success like this. 2.0 out.